a phone call from a client this last week, or last month, and the first question out of her mouth was that, do you give the digital files? I said, and I was like, oh, here we go again, the same question over and over. So I learned from workshops and my own experience how to handle that question, and I, of course, from Bernie being my mentor and has taught me so much, I was like, you had to show a service and you had to direct the client towards the proper procedures and what this business is all about and educate them a little bit. So I asked a lot of questions because she wanted to know price right away. I didn't answer that question. I asked a lot of questions. Turns out she wasn't really sure what she wanted, where she wanted to display them, and I said, well, how about if I come to your home? And she said, oh, that's fantastic. Really, you do that? And I said, yeah, absolutely. I wanted to do this properly. So I went to her house. We spent an hour looking around her house. I met the husband. I got to see things they'd done previously. It was a very nice home. It had a huge empty wall in their living room. And I said, and she asked me, where should we do these photographs for? And I said, this would be a perfect wall. Took a picture of it. Then I discussed with them, because I'm the professional, they didn't know what they wanted. I said, well, I would suggest we should do outdoor sepia tone, because this room is soft and warm, earth tone colors. It's beautiful. I want these pictures to be up here forever. Capturing these kids at a beautiful age. They were like 4 and 8, and you want to preserve that time period, and you're going to have these up for a very long time and enjoy them. So I then had them come to the studio. We set up a Saturday. I did all the outdoor pictures behind in the woods and did all kinds of fun photographs. Family together. I did a few in the studio, and that was it for the session. I went through my images. I narrowed it down to about 30 pictures out of the hundreds that I took, because I knew those were the best 30 photographs, and I wasn't going to waste my time showing them pictures I don't want them to have on their wall. I then, again, we never talked price still at this point. And then she said, well, so what's next? And I said, well, after doing the viewing and selecting the 6 pictures that they absolutely loved out of the 30, I came in this room and I said, well, the most common finishes that I do are this wood mount groupings and this wood mount groupings and canvas and metal. And based on your home and what I saw, I think this would be perfect. And she was like, oh, okay. And I said, you know what I'd like to do? Maybe we could do one large one of this and one large one of that, and grouping in the center. And she says, well, that sounds fantastic. And I said, we can do them about this size. I said, I know, and I actually said to her, and I do this all the time, I said, I know the larger ones are a bit more expensive. Again, we never once talked price. The large ones are more expensive, but maybe we could do it with this size. She said, no, I want it large. I want it to be nice. I mean, she was so trusting of me at this point that I've put all this effort and time, and I've spoke to her honestly. I told her what my mission was to create this beautiful portrait for a wall. Then they left, and I told them I'm going to put a little grouping together. Actually, I told them to take a picture of the wall, and they sent it to me from their cell phone, and I sized those 5 images. And eventually I sold a $4,400 portrait order off of that. And that's the beauty of this profession. Is that's what I looked at one of the blogs, and one of the things you taught me about you're not a photographer, you need to broaden beyond that. I decided in this particular situation I was a decorator.
Interior designer.
Mm-hmm. And they listened to me and they trusted me, and they sent me a picture when it was all done. They said, this was exactly what you showed us. We love it.
And the first question was, when they made the phone inquiry?
With digital files. Do you give the digital files? And I didn't answer just no. Right? I explained to them, I'm in the wall portrait business. I said, I'm doing something for your home. Would you like me to come over and we'll look at your home and see where you might want to have your pictures displayed. Good job.